Yeah. After a long time we are doing GIta. Appa. Okay. Om Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Devo Maheshwara Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Om Om. Chanchalam hi Manak Krishna. Okay. 33 or 34. No, 35 ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತದೆ. 35, 6th chapter 35. Yeah. In the 6th chapter 35. Arjuna asks a question. How it is difficult to control the mind, because mind is not easy. It is very turbulent, very powerful. Turbulent by nature, it is disturbing. By nature, it is turbulent and it is very powerful. Okay? Arjuna put a question in the 33rd shloka. Yoyam yogastvaya proktaha samyena madhusudana samyena yoga. Krishna, the yoga which you have advised me to follow, that is samyena yoga. Make the mind relaxed, equanimous, undisturbed. Equanimous means keep the mind same in both pain and pleasure, in failure and success. In all these conditions, keep the mind relaxed and undisturbed. Samyam means keep undisturbed. No, again changed. Here. So, samyena, samatvena. Keeping the mind same is not easy, because mind by nature, because the very nature of the mind is turbulent, disturbing. Therefore, I find it is not at all possible. In the next shloka 34th, he again says, Krishna, mind by nature is turbulent. Pramati means highly shaking, highly disturbing. Pramathanashila means pressurizing. Indriyanicha vikshipati. Vikshipati means it shakes. And then also balavat drudham. It is very strong and powerful. Stubborn and powerful. It is powerful, stubborn, and also pramathanashilaha. It is oppressive. Pramathanashila means oppressive. Tasyaham nigraham manne. Controlling such a mind, I feel, is impossible. Tasyaham nigraham manye vayoriva sudushkaram. It is as difficult to control the mind as to hold the wind in your fist. Is it easy? How difficult it is. Sri Krishna's reply is beautiful. Asamshayam mahabaho manodur nigraham chalam. Arjuna, what you say, I agree. I understand. It is difficult to control the mind, because it's by nature is a chalam. Chalam. Manodur nigraham chalam. Chalam means chanchalam. Yet it is possible. So, common people generally, when it is disturbing, you try to oppose it, try to suppress it. The normal method we know is with your willpower, try to hold it. That's all we know. What we know is just to hold it with your willpower. That doesn't work. That is the only thing. It is difficult because we handle it wrongly. We handle the mind wrongly, therefore it becomes difficult. Just as anything, body follows certain laws. Mind follows certain laws. Mind is also an instrument like the body. Body follows certain laws of nature. If we don't know, however we eat, whatever we think, certain diseases won't go. The person who has studied the laws of the body, like a doctor, a person who has studied the laws of the body knows what you should do, what you should eat, and how you should behave with it. By just a knack, you can control the body. Body becomes healthy. So, the health science is most important. I'm not talking of medicine. Medicine is a different. The lifestyle of healthy lifestyle. One needs to have a good lifestyle of food, exercise, and certain. Most of the diseases are due to this alone. The food, sleep, working, and then just the lifestyle, the living style. That itself takes care of most of the common diseases. So unfortunately, that Ayurveda, knowledge of Ayurveda we have lost. Even now, the medical science has become only a what you say, treatment. It treats diseases. They openly tell, don't do anything, eat anything, do anything you like. When you fall sick, come to us. That's all we say. Do anything, do whichever you like. Only when you fall sick, come to us. But they never advise the very lifestyle. The food you eat anything. That means they cause diseases, and when you fall sick, come to us, we will operate or we will do all kind of things. So this is only exploitative system. It doesn't allow you. And people should learn certain ways of life. Food, sleep, and work, and all those things should have a certain pattern. Okay, certain systematic. And the second thing is, you should develop a taste for health. This is most important. Culture, a good culture is required. People want more sensation, adventure than good health. People don't realize the value of having a good health. If the body is healthy, that itself is a great joy. So, you should discover a healthy body. Itself is a purushartha, a goal of life, a great joy. This requires a good culture. Mind should develop a taste for a healthy. Healthy means everything should be moderate. Your food, sleep, and then other things should be moderate. But those who love to indulge in pleasure, they miss moderation. When you miss moderation, then naturally you fall sick. That means you abuse your body. Abuse body, for one is lifestyle is wrong. Second reason is you overindulge in pleasures, or sometimes you do adventurous acts. In adventurous acts also your body loses its natural strength. Adventurous acts. Adventurous acts, lifestyle is wrong, overindulgence in pleasures. And these three are the factors. And the fourth is only Purva Karma. We say that the Purva Karma, we call modern days genetic orientation. Genetic orientation is also included in our Shastra as a Purvajanma Karma. Okay. So, we have to take care of all these four. And we love the Ayurvedic system to keep our what you call lifestyle and food and all that. Only when you develop a taste. Knowledge is not enough. You need a culture. You need a value. Value for a healthy body and healthy living. That value is important. They don't teach the value, they give you simple information. Modern education gives the informative knowledge, doesn't give you culture, doesn't give you values. Without value, the knowledge about if you follow these things, it is good for health, this, everything we know, but we continue to do the same thing. We indulge in bad habits, we indulge in what you call pleasures, overindulge in pleasures and indulge in bad habits, then naturally you fall sick. Why don't we control this? Because we have no value for it. Teach that value. That is more important. The very purpose of living is to have a good healthy body and a healthy mind. So develop a taste, develop a value for this kind of life. So the business encourages. The business field, so-called modern civilization, they have to produce a lot and then sell the lot. Therefore, they have to encourage overconsumption, overindulgence in pleasures, buy them, use them, enjoy them. So, this over-enjoyment leads to diseases, diseased life. They don't bother. That's our purpose. Our goal is civilization means only to make you overindulge in pleasures and fall sick. Bad habits are also. In fact, drinking, smoking, and all these bad habits were condemned. They say, oh, this is talking too much of religion. People should have freedom. The freedom has done a lot of damage than the modern idea of freedom. Freedom itself is good, but it has to be judiciously, intelligently, wisely used, wisely given. And person should be capable of using the freedom. You teach them how to use the freedom, teach them values and give the freedom. It works. They say you give knowledge, you give freedom. You teach neither values nor discipline. Don't teach discipline. Don't teach values, but give freedom. Knowledge and freedom, knowledge and freedom. This only spoils you. You see, you know why they give freedom and knowledge? So that they are not accountable. They allow you to indulge, they allow you to fall sick. And they say, we are not accountable, we have given you freedom, you are responsible. But why did you give freedom? Why didn't you teach them values, how to use the freedom? Oh, freedom is superior. Freedom is more than everything. Highest thing. It is his freedom. See, they use very attractive terms, attractive words. These attractive words are only destructive. It is enslaving civilization. The civilization is enslaving civilization. It doesn't understand. See, freedom also 3 level. A person who is a highly mature person, we call him Uttama. Uttama is a highly mature person. He can be given complete freedom because he has got a conscience. He has got values. A person who has values, person who has got a conscience, his conscience questions him. And give him knowledge, Shastra Jnanam, he follows himself. He follows the right values. If he doesn't follow, his heart questions him. He is a highly mature person. You find rarely such people. Uttamas athava sajjanas. Uttamas or sajjanas are very rare in the society. Our Dharma Shastra, Mahabharata, Ramayana, everywhere they say there are really good people, are really rarely few. You can give them total freedom. Nobody need to control them. He understands himself. In fact, his own heart, his own conscience is a control. How many people are there where his conscience controls him? Very rarely few people. Most of the people have to be given a lifestyle. You give him a lifestyle, you give him certain rules, certain lifestyle, give them certain dharma, certain rules, certain social structure. Within that, you keep him busy so that he will not fall into bad. Give him a good company. Give him a good company. Two things. One is good company, values, and certain routine of life, certain disciplined life, dharma, certain rules and regulation. Within that he follows, and so he needs a continuously a little check from others, because you give him total freedom, he will fall. He will fall because he is not able to use the freedom. Give the freedom and also give him certain controls so that he can check within that. He can live within the rules, within the laws, Nowadays, no dharma, no fear, no punya papa, no papa bhiti. Papa bhaya is not there at all. Papa bhiti is required. And encouragement for punya and fear for papa. Fear of papa, encouragement for punya. Papa bhiti and protsaha for dharma, for discipline. We need a society. Elderly people, respect for elder, respect for gurus, respect for society. Society means not everybody, at least certain elderly people in the society, respectable people in the society. At least we should listen to them and follow the value. So this keeps us within the limits and we will not cross limits. It is good for us. Okay. Third type, they are madhyamas. Third type of people are very violent, very aggressive, very uncontrollable. They are given to bad habits. They're drinking, attraction, some kind of asuras like. And they need to be extra controlled. They need to be controlled. They need to be punished sometimes. Most of the time they need to be punished, continuously watched. Now this kind of uttama, madhyama, adhama, in samaja there are three kinds of people. For uttama, give them freedom complete. Madhyama, restricted freedom. The third one, more restrictions and less of freedom. Okay? More restrictions and less of freedom. This is the three types of people. Accordingly, you have to give the freedom. This is wisdom, I tell you. This is what our Niti Shastra, our Dharma Shastra, Mahabharata, all our Shastras talk of. But why we have just given up all this? Because we think they just don't know anything. We are moderners, we are educated, we know everything, we imitate America. They give you total freedom. Freedom to, you know what they talk of it? If the freedom is not abused, it is not a freedom at all. See what kind of barbarism is passing for freedom. Barbarism is passing for civilization. They say if you can't abuse, it's not a freedom at all. We abuse, we fall sick, we will become antisocial. We will become asuras. We will become problem to ourselves. We will become problem to parents. We will become problem to our family. We become problem to society. We will become problem to nation. We become antisocial. We become terrorists. It is our freedom. We will become problem to ourselves. We have no control over ourselves. We will become like that. Who are you to stop? You see? And people don't know what to talk of these things. They say, oh, unfortunate, oh, we are like that, unfortunate. You only talk of unfortunate, but the very system is unfortunate. The system allows such people to thrive. The system itself allows, prepares, not only allows, prepares them. Prepares such people, I tell you, asuras needs to be continuously checked and controlled. Because they have no control over themselves. They don't know what they are doing. Asuras atava adhama we call them. If you don't like the word asura, which is a little harsh word, not harsh, in fact in our Shastra it is not a harsh, it is an expressing a fact. Let us say adhama. Adhama means people neither have values nor they follow discipline, because there is a temptation, there is an inner urge to violate and do whatever I like. Exploit others, torture others, tease them, rag them, exploit and do whatever I like. Egoistic and arrogant. Egoistic, arrogant and powerful. Oh, such people, their power should be withdrawn. They shouldn't be given too much of power. They shouldn't be given too much of freedom. They should be continuously watched and put under restrictions. Otherwise, society, good people will suffer. Uttama, dushta shikshana, shishta rakshana, that has been dharma of people, not only of Bhagavan and Avatara. Even king should do. Dushta shikshana, shishta rakshana is a job of a king. Not only job of a king, job of parents, job of guru, job of parents, job of any social leader. Any leader who tries to guide and lead the society, it is everybody's job. Social leaders, political leaders, it's the job of everybody. Dushta shikshana, shishta rakshana, educate them, give them culture and values and all. Okay. So, our Shastras, Manusmriti, Ramayana, Mahabharata, any Shastra, are misunderstood because of this one point alone. They say equality, treat all human beings are same. Because of this, they are unable. Two things are happening. It is not true. It is against the reality of the society. Therefore, they are unable to understand the society, unable to live in the society. Only gundas alone are ruling the society because we gave them too much of freedom. And real people are unable to live, suffer and die. Okay. Second thing, they are unable to understand our Shastras. They think that Shastra divides people into good and medium and then bad people. Uttama, Madhyama, Adhama, what is this? All are same, all are same, all are same, all are same, all are equal, all are same, all are equal, all are same. What is this? All are same, all are equal. Where is that? Where is that? This is a very unnatural, unfactual, against reality. This looks very attractive, but it is highly dangerous thinking, dangerous knowledge. A society which doesn't talk of Uttama, Madhyama, Adhama, purpose is to make everybody good. He needs a person who is violent, uncontrollable, he needs extra control. A person Madhyama, he is afraid of some law, afraid of bad name. The wicked fellows, the Adhamas are not afraid of bad name. In fact, they love notoriety. A person who loves notoriety, what is the point in giving freedom to him? He loves notoriety. If I become more popular as a villain, I feel great thrilled. I feel thrilled that I become popular. Everybody knows my name, how great I am. A person who loves notoriety, can anybody control him? So taking all people are equal is the most unjust, most foolish, most harmful, and if you can't call it as a civilization at all. It is barbarism, nothing but barbarism. Okay. Therefore, Uttama, Madhyama, Adhama. This is what our Shastras have been talking. We fail to understand the society, we fail to understand, we fail to live, we fail to understand Shastra. These three mistakes happen if you don't understand this nature. These three division of people into three. Maybe any caste, rich people, poor people, educated, illiterate, Brahmana, or anybody, any caste. Three people are of three types. Okay? Uttama, Madhyama, Adhama. You see our Niti Shastras are so beautiful, I tell you, nowhere you find this kind of Niti Shastra. Whether you take Chanakya Niti Shastra or Bhartruhari Niti Shataka, we have got plenty of Niti Shastras. They talk of dharma, they talk of values, they talk of human life, social life, everything. Improving. In fact, the real civilization comes with our Dharma Shastra. Dharma Shastra includes Niti Shastra, not Karma Kanda alone. Dharma Shastra, one side talks of Karma Kanda, another side talks of Niti Shastra. Okay? Niti Shastra, Karma Kanda together is Dharma Shastra. Okay? Niti Shastra and includes both Dharma Shastra, Karma Kanda as well as Niti Shastra. And this really builds up civilization. Civilization starts with a self-control, discipline, values, maturity, culture. If personality himself is not developed, if a person himself has no values, no discipline, no good qualities, then what is the point of civilization? Whole civilization is waste. You may have a lot of money. Now you see how many buildings we build them, what money is wasted, bombing, destroying, killing, exploitation. Lot of money is wasted. It doesn't reach the real people, real needy people. Because a lot of money is wasted. Because people build up all that for sake of their ego and arrogance. And they use. So, if a wicked person, that is called the third Adhama, wicked person has got money, power and organized. These three are dangerous. Money, power and organization. Therefore, they should be controlled. Their organization should be controlled. Their money flow should be controlled. You see, all antisocial elements have got a funding. They have got organization, law protects them. These three are dangers. Where is civilization? Okay. Our Shastras talk of all these things. Therefore, allowing the wicked fellow to organize is only destroying. They say everybody is equal. This is utter foolishness. You come out of this foolishness, then you become really wise man. All are the same is a nonsense. Yeah, somebody writing good shlokas. Tattvam vimrishyate tena tadvigna. Yeah, true. Anyway, I'll read the shlokas later. After pravachana is over, I shall read the shlokas. He seems to have written some good shlokas. True. So this is education. That's why Niti Shastra should be part of our education system. Bhartruhari, Chanakya, Niti Shastra. Chanakya, there is Artha Shastra, there is a Niti Shastra. Artha Shastra is a different. Artha Shastra is a government policy, kings. That is for the rulers and policy makers. But there is a Niti Shastra. Chanakya Niti Darpana is an excellent book. Shukra Niti and then Brahaspati Niti. We have got a lot of Niti Shastras. This should be a combined, we should have a compiled book of all our Niti Shastras from Ramayana, Mahabharata and our various books. And then make it as a comprehensive syllabus. I tell you, this is the best book. And make it a compulsory for all schools and colleges. Education system should be based upon it. Then you see the civilization, how it thrives. There will be excellent civilization. If without dharma, without values, there is nothing. So here he says, health also is ruined because, see, all these mafia gangs, this is all, health has become mafia gang. School, college has become mafia gang, medical has become a mafia gang. Control that, then there will be real civilization. They make the people slaves. They give the people bad habits, wicked habits, and then allow them to suffer. And then they build up a lot of schools and colleges and hospitals and all that. They are all mafia gangs alone. They are just useless. Make the person follow his values. Okay? That really works better. So, body, you need a good healthy body. That's why in the 6th chapter, Yuktahara Viharasya Yukta Cheshtasya Karmasu, he talks about a healthy, disciplined life. Okay, the third one. See, unfortunately, we have lost Niti Shastra, Ayurveda Shastra. These two are important, and Dharma Shastra. Dharma Shastra includes Niti Shastra. Niti Shastra, Ayurveda Shastra is about health, a Shastra about health. A Shastra about health. These two should be compulsory subject for all schools and colleges. Nowadays they say only language is compulsory. English subject is compulsory. All other things are optional. I say these two should be optional. These two should be optional. Health science and also Niti Shastra. These should be optional, compulsory, no option. Other things may be optional. So, body should be a healthy, because body has to play an important role in your control of the mind. Then you need a good values. Now he says, mind is uncontrollable. Arjuna says it is very difficult to control the mind, turbulent. He says there is a knack. So, you can't leave it to people that you control your mind, it is your responsibility. Control your health, maintain your health, it is your responsibility. Private, it is your private. That should be the government job, that should be the society's job. Build a good society, build a good nation, where these two things become important. They say it is all private, personal. How can you say private, personal? You don't educate the people well, don't give them values and discipline and say it is a personal. Personal means who? Who should do? Personal means you mean values come automatically. As a person is born, values come. Along with age, values grow in you. Discipline grows in you. No, it doesn't happen. Okay. Therefore he says, Asamshayam Mahabaho Manodurnigraham Chalam. It is no doubt very difficult to control the mind. Yet, There is a knack. Upayena tu grushyate. There is an upaya. With certain upaya, it can be controlled. Now we have to learn that everything you have to pay and learn, you have to pay, it has become a costly affair. Simple thing, you have to pay a lot, go to specialist and doctor, everything specialization. You don't get, I think tomorrow, I think mothers also is paid only. You will get mother and father also, you have to pay a lot. Just as you have made this costly, nowadays families are also breaking tomorrow. To bring up a child, there will be a, what you call baby care centers. Baby care center means in kind of baby care center, they call them mother centers. Mother centers also will be costly. It will be a corporate. You have to pay lakhs and lakhs for 1 month to take care of the baby. In future, that also will come. Just as education is spoiled and given to mafia gangs, medicine is given to mafia gangs. Similarly, parenting is given to mafia gangs now, because parents, the instinctive love of the parents, every human being has got instinctive parental instinct, like a motherly instinct and fatherly instinct is killed. In fact, to mold it, and that itself is a good culture, good value. They will be a great asset to the humanity. They say, no, civilization, we want civilization. Therefore, no mother, no father, just do whatever you like, overindulge in pleasures, make money and go and jump and dance and break your legs and again get operated, again work. What is all this? What is all this? Utter foolishness. Okay, called civilization. Utter foolishness. Our Swamiji, Sachidananda Swamiji, would quote a book. What is that? I forgot the name of the book. Civilization is a disease and its cure. Okay? Civilization, a disease and its cure. Its name is, I forgot the name. Our Sachidananda Swamiji, I think it is there in library. Sachidananda Swamiji would quote this book often. I wish to read, I am not getting it. I think I should try in online, probably it's available. Civilization as a disease and its cure. Has a beautiful, the very name is book. I think the book should be translated and given to every school and college boy. Everybody, boy and girl should read. They said they are suppressed the book. Nobody ever heard the book. Civilization is a disease and it's a cure. Nobody ever heard the book. Our Sachidananda Swamiji would refer to that book, and he would say that everybody should read the book. Just a minute. That means, no, we are not against civilization, but the civilization should be healthy, based upon dharma. Dharmic civilization is different from bhoga parayana, wild civilization. Modern civilization is a wild civilization. Dharma is not the basis. Dharma, moksha, peace of mind, living healthy life, values are not the basis. Okay? Values, dharma are important. Dharma-based civilization, let us have, that will be an excellent civilization. Dharma-based is a dharmic civilization. Modern is civilization, that's the one single thing it hates is dharma. Single thing it hates is dharma and values we hate, and everything we have. That means what? All human weaknesses, all ego, frustration, exploitation, arrogance, this is the basis of dharma. This is the basis of civilization. If you have overindulgence, bhoga parayanata, okay? Bhoga parayanata is overindulgence. And indisciplined life, no values. And this is the basis we want to build. In our childhood, we would say, teach the children discipline. Okay? Now what they say, hey, don't talk of civilization. Develop science, so that you don't need to be disciplined at all. If I don't eat food on time, what happens? You'll fall sick. If you don't sleep, they say no. Don't teach them discipline of sleeping on time and then correct time, number of hours and the right food, etc. Don't teach them. Develop the science and technology. Automatically things happen. Machine will take care of it. That means they want to replace the discipline by machine technology. Machines and technology. Is there any meaning in it? Thing is, the fellow who is designing a civilization himself is a rogue. I am sorry to say. He's a wicked man. He's Asura. A person who is designing a civilization himself is an Asura. When Asura builds a civilization, there will be only Asuratvam. I am sorry to say, they are all Asuras. Nobody is telling them, therefore you think that a great scientist, a great man, great. They are all Asuras. I am telling you, they are not Asuras. They are Asuras. Neither they are happy, nor they allow others to be happy. You see, all this invasion, colonization, Britishers were Asuras. Britishers were Asuras. Mughal rule was Asura rule. They were Asuras. What civilization did they have? Tell me. Even now, what civilization Muslims have? What civilization Britishers have? Except barbarism. Therefore, they have destroyed us. Let Hindus learn the real civilization, which is Dharma, based upon Dharma. Okay, you see the British ruler, that Dalhousie, that Curzon, each one was a villain. Each one was a Asura. Around 10 British rulers, viceroys, all of them were Asuras. Okay, they have destroyed the Hindu society, culture, values in such a way, education. Macaulay is another biggest Asura. Worse than Chanda and Amarka. Chanda Marka, Prahlada's gurus were there in Bhagavata. Chanda Marka, worse. Chanda Marka, simply they taught Niti Shastra. They didn't teach Bhakti, that's all. Chanda Marka was good people, I tell you. They taught only Niti Shastra. They didn't teach Bhakti. Prahlada was a Bhakta and he felt that Niti Shastra is not enough. You have to be still Bhakta. Okay? But Chanda Marka was better. They taught Niti Shastra. These fellows are worse than Chanda Marka. I think there should be somebody is required to expose the evil in the present civilization. Moderns talk of why there is a evil, why there is an evil, why God created an evil. They always ask this question. This question we never had. It came from Christianity. It came from Western culture. It came with the Britishers. What is the cause of evil? What is the cause of evil? This is modern civilization, these modern religions. These Western religions are cause of evil, I tell you. They are the evils. These two religions are evils only. They are the cause of evils. And the communism is another biggest evil. Because they are inhuman. First, the basic principle is control the man. Man is evil. They say that man is evil. You know the foundational principle of communism? Today I am talking only these things, okay? I should have talked. But anyway, this is a part of our Bhagavad Gita. In Bhagavad Gita, 14th chapter, 17th chapter, it divides into Sattvika, Rajasa, Tamasa. Sattvika, Rajasa, Tamasa. Every point it divides. Communism is definitely Tamasa. Communism is definitely a Tamasa Siddhanta. Siddhantas are also Sattvika Siddhanta, Rajasa Siddhanta, Tamasa Siddhanta. If you divide, communism is a Tamasa Siddhanta. Communism is a Tamasa Siddhanta. Because first it's, you see, you know the communistic idea of communism. Man is basically evil. Who should control? Communist party should control them. Control for what? Not for discipline, not for values. Just wildly to control, to be aggressive, to exploit. Aggression and exploitation is the goal of them. Okay? It's an evil. It's an Asura Siddhanta. Our education is giving a lopsided, praising the Asuras as great. The real, I tell you, in the 20th century Mahatmas, 20th or even 19th century, like Ramakrishna, Vivekananda, and then thereafter Aurobindo, and certain other great saints are there. So their teachings should be important portions, should be compiled and at least should be included in our syllabus, compulsory for all schools and colleges. And they say they want to exclude them. They are teaching of all these, our Mahatmas, 19th to 20th century, our great rishis. They are all rishis of 19th and 20th century. Okay, all that is left out. So only Western, they are filling too much of Western thinking alone is, they are filling up. Okay. So in Bhagavad Gita, today being Sunday, I am discussing Bhagavad Gita. Yesterday I didn't do, as I told you, in the last 5 or 6 days, there was no power, all room was dark and no internet, because internet Wi-Fi comes only through power. There was no power, no cell phone charging with the difficulty. I have to charge elsewhere and bring it. So there was no power for 5 days. And when there is no power for 5 days, my Deepavali all was the darkest Deepavali. Whole day in the room there was darkness alone. Okay, see, again the current has gone. The internet has gone. Okay, let us wait a few minutes, few seconds, it will come back. Just to wait. So the power has come, internet has come. So yesterday I didn't do Manusmriti. I think I'm thinking we should not skip whatever the difficulty. I think we must continue. If not, one is not enough. Weekly one, we will have more. I'm planning, I'll do something. We will have more sessions. Otherwise it goes on. So Arjuna says it is very difficult to control the mind, because first we don't discipline the mind. We don't develop values, because mind functions in a particular way. Mind has got two things: a positive way, strong way, and a wrong way. Positive way and a wrong way. If it learns certain values, maturity, understanding, discipline, then mind itself is a great asset. First we should understand mind. There is such a thing called a mind. Does our education system tell us? Just as we have a body, which is important, which occupies an important place in life, similarly mind also is very important in our life. In all our experiences, in all our working conditions, in all our relationships, all our workings, all our achievements, all our experiences, mind occupies an important place. Body and mind. We have to cultivate, develop it, strengthen it. Okay? So body and the mind. These two things, in the entire education system, they don't talk of body and mind at all. They talk of something like a communistic system, how to control others, how to control you. They give a certain ideology which enslaves you. It doesn't tell you strengthen you, doesn't purify you, doesn't strengthen you. The whole education system is against humanity, against us. You go there only to destroy yourself, not to learn about you. Do they teach about you, about ourselves, about Atma, what we are? We have got a physical body, we have got a mind, and then beyond this there is an Atma, which has to be extricated from the bondage of body and mind. It is stuck to the body and mind. It is stuck with the Prakriti. It has to be separated from Prakriti. It has to grow out. It has to transcend. It has to grow out of Prakriti. This basic, most important education, important part of education is totally blocked out. Then why do you call it education? Never call it. That's why government also doesn't want to call it education. Wants to call it a human resource. In fact, in a way, it is true. They want to remove all this real education, and they want to remove the education also. They don't want to call it education. They want to call it a human resource. That means you mold you, trained you for certain purpose, and use you. Use you for certain purpose. You are also a commodity. They are only molding you as a commodity so that they can use you for certain purpose. That's all. They mold you as a commodity. Therefore, it is a human resource development. Human resource, it's not education, culture, values, depth and spirituality and all that. Okay, now anyway, so Sri Krishna's answer, it is difficult to control the mind, because if we have never allowed the mind to grow and purify and learn its strength, real strength. The real core of the mind is ignored. When you ignore the mind, the very mind becomes enemy to you. See, mana eva manushyanam karanam bandhamokshayo. There is a one good mantra. If one of the Upanishads, one of the later Upanishads talks of this. Mana eva manushyanam karanam bandhamokshayo. Mind itself is a bondage to you, and a source of bondage and a source of liberation. Depends upon how you build up, how you train it, how you beautify it, how you strengthen it, how you culture it, cultivate it. The same mind is good and bad, but how important is mind? Our education, our society, our family system refuses to talk about this mind and build up the mind. They say, do anything, live anything, indulge in pleasures and do anything and get enslaved. Enslaved of inner urges and external pressures. Society gives about pressures. And your inner urges all pressures. External society is a pressure. Yield to pressure and live according to pressure. The real civilization, real culture is don't yield to the inner pressures nor the external pressures. External temptations, inner desires and inner weaknesses. So come out of those weaknesses, inner urges, instincts, impulses, inner instinctive urges, come out of them. Purify the mind and come out of them. And also don't yield to the external pressure also. Temptation, external pressure means temptations, attraction, lies. Okay. So neither yield to the external temptations nor to the inner urges. That is the real man. Man-making education. What we need is really man-making education. It should make a real human being. Man-making means human being. Because modern days, you think again man, woman and all that. No, not in that sense. Man-making means human making. Human making. So therefore Bhagavan Krishna says here, there is a knack. There is a way. You have to learn from a right person, right guru. Abhyasena tu kaunteya, vairagyena cha grihyate. Mind can be controlled. Controlled means what? Mind can be made a friend of you. Controlling means you think suppressing and all that. Don't imagine negatively. Controlling means mind becomes a healthy friend to you. Cooperates, useful to you. It doesn't disobey, doesn't create problems. Cooperates you, helps you in achieving worldly things, in achieving your spiritual growth like japa, meditation, and your understanding the truth in all those things. So the mind will be a cooperative, a friendly one, a mature one, a wise friend. Let the mind be a wise, disciplined, mature, understanding friend, friendly friend. Okay? Control means this much. Control doesn't mean forcibly suppressing and all that. Okay? Control. So therefore, you have to develop your mind, make a very mature, civilized in a positive sense. Okay? Mature and help and control. Okay, with that, so how to do that? In Vedantic context, he is not talking in the detailed control of the mind. Okay, certain preliminary control of the mind we have already learnt in Karma Yoga, and certain values we already learned. Now he is talking at a Dhyana Yoga level, high level Nididhyasana level. At a meditation level, we are talking of a control of the mind at a highest level. Highest spiritual level we are talking, because the subtle mind is a problem. The mind has got inner samskaras, a deep-seated samskaras. Those samskaras are a problem to the mind. Therefore, we are talking a deeper level. Okay? So, abhyasena tu kaunteya, vairagyena cha grihyate. Abhyasena tu kaunteya, vairagyena cha grihyate. Arjuna, I give you two principles. Two principles to apply. Two ideas to apply. Abhyasa and Vairagya. Vairagya means learn detachment. Because worldly things, our values, our samskaras about the worldly objects. Property, relationships, society and the world and all that. We have got a wrong values attributed to them. Okay, Vairagya means what? Wrong values we have given to them. Wrong values depend upon ego. All wrong values based upon ego. If you relate to the world, relate to people through ego, through selfishness, through ego, through selfishness, all our relationships, all our evaluations, values about the world and the society and property and everything is through selfishness, through ego. Change those values to it. That's called Vairagya. Okay? Don't give too much of importance to the worldly events and worldly things. Worldly events and worldly things, they just happen. Take them lightly. Don't get attracted to them. Don't give too much of values to them. Take them lightly. Okay? Things happen. Good happen, bad happen, everything happens in life. People misbehave. People are like that. People do like that. People are selfish. People are problematic around you. Society is problem. Systems are problem. world is problem, government is problem, everything is a problem. Okay, but don't get disturbed by them. Take them lightly. It is an eternal problem. Nobody can solve them permanently. Moment to moment, what best you can do it and continue. What best you can do it and continue. Okay, don't get upset that, oh, you have to, don't expect to solve all the worldly problems simultaneously, suddenly and permanently. Nobody can solve. World is a continuously moving process. In the moving, it brings new problems and also solutions. Okay, therefore, move with the world. Vairagyam. Understand a detachment, a detached relationship. A vairagyam is required. Abhyasa. You need a continuous japa. Japa or meditation is something everybody must practice. I tell you, meditation is very important, which every Vedantic sadhaka must do every day, some portion. But every day you should do like a nitya karma, like a nityam dhyana. And special dhyana is when you get more disturbed, then you must do special dhyana. More disturbed, every time you get disturbed, do some dhyana. Every time you get disturbed, do some japa dhyana, you must do. There is no other way. There is no other way. Okay? You have to do that. So that is abhyasa. Relax the mind, concentrate it, make it very conscious, relaxed, detached. Detached, relaxed and concentrated. And also turning towards the consciousness. Sakshi. Turn it towards the consciousness. Be conscious. Consciousness is the most important sadhana in Vedantic dhyana. Not simply concentration. Not simply awarefulness. Okay? Concentration is one and awarefulness. Awarefulness. Okay? Continuously be awareful. Awareful. Don't struggle, don't pressurize, don't force your mind. Allow it. Allow it. Naturally withdraw from the unnecessary actions, unnecessary thoughts, unnecessary relationships, emotions. Withdraw the mind. Withdraw the mind from all the activities. Though physically you are away from the world, physically you are not interacting, but the mind is working as if it is interacting. Okay? See, a person has been continuously working, interacting. Even if he comes home, the mind is still in that mood of working and interaction. You understand that? You watch this thing. If mind is still in the mood of working and interaction, that has to be withdrawn. The inner mind, the samskaras have to be removed. So I am not acting, I am not interacting, I am relaxed. So therefore, the inner tendency of the mind to still acting, interacting, that has to recede, that has to be relaxed. Therefore, abhyasa is meditation. Meditation involves purification, concentration, awarefulness, and also relaxing, removing the false samskara, erasing the wrong samskaras. Unnecessary samskaras, you remove them. Make the mind very transparent, okay? The transparent and relaxed and awareful. It has to be made transparent. It has to be made relaxed. Relaxed means there is no struggling, there is no conflict. There is no reacting mind. The reacting mind, the reaction sits in the mind. Empty that mind. Empty that reacting state. It's not reacting, it is relaxing. Not reacting, but relaxing. Not only relaxing, it's a concentrating. Not only concentrating, it is awareful. So all these 4 or 5 words which I have talked of, all these things should be combined in your meditation. Okay? Relax. Relax and awarefully relax. Awarefully relax. So let the awareness should be so much that earlier awareness was one part of mind. Awareness is, mind is focusing awareness in one point. No, awareness is not a one point of the mind. Awareness is the whole mind. Awareness expands the entire mind, pervades the entire mind. Not only entire mind, the entire thoughts. All the field of thought is pervaded by the consciousness. And not only that, In fact, the entire mind is swallowed in the consciousness. That is the one abhyasa, you have to do that. If you do that, it becomes easy. Mind becomes very supple, very friendly, non-rebelling mind. Mind doesn't rebel, doesn't pose problem, doesn't become aggressive, doesn't become stubborn. Mind has to be flexible, it shouldn't be stubborn. Stubborn mind is always a problem. You think, you see, remember this point, this is very important. Never allow your mind to be stubborn, because the world is moving, life is moving. You have to be flexible. Don't be stubborn, just to be flexible. Flexible, move with it. The stubbornness itself is ego. Okay? Mind wants to be stubborn and rigid. That is ego. It can never be happy. Such a rigid and stubborn mind can never be happy. It has to be relaxed. It has to be flexible, moving and flexible, easily accepting. Things happen, it doesn't matter, happen and move. Don't allow the events to hurt you. Don't allow the events and activities, things to hurt you. Things happen, don't feel hurt. Take it lightly. They happen, leave it. Leave them. That's important. So in the end of the 5th chapter also he talked. Bahirbhashyan, he says, leave the external situations, external events and occurrences external alone. Don't allow it to infect your mind. Keep your mind relaxed and transparent. This is very important. Okay? Abhyasena tu kaunteya vairagyena cha grishyate asamyatatmana yogo dushprapayiti me matihi. This one shloka I say and stop with it. Asamyatatmana yogo dushprapayiti me matihi. I know. See, my advice, my view is, I am telling you, Arjuna, if you don't bring your mind under your control, it is impossible to do meditation. It is impossible to get the truth. To understand the truth, you have to need meditation. To meditate, mind has to be relaxed and purified. If you don't control it, it's impossible to do. Because mind itself is a problem. And when the mind ceases to be a problem, then you understand the truth. When mind ceases to be a problem, then you are with the truth. Otherwise, mind itself poses a problem in understanding the truth. Vashyatmatata yatata. When the mind is under your control, with a mind under your control, when you do, yatata means you keep doing vichara, keep observing the Atma, then shakyo vaptum upayataha. With this knack, it is easy to purify the mind and transcend the mind and discover the Atma, where mind itself is inseparable from Chaitanya Atma. Mind itself is inseparable from the Chaitanya Atma. It doesn't exist. In fact, more you use mind as a mind. See, mind has to be purified, mind has to be receded, mind has to fall back into Atma. Taking the mind as a separate from Atma is the problem. Taking the mind as an entity. Taking the mind as an entity is a problem. Understand, mind is not an entity. Mind, the original nature of mind is Chaitanya Atma. The original nature of mind is Chaitanya Atma. It's not separate. Okay? The more you take the mind as a separate entity, mind creates more problem. So, the only way of handling the mind so that it won't become a problem is, see, the mind itself is not an independent entity. It's a part of Atma. It is a part of Atma. It is nothing but Atma only. It is a thinking. It is identification. It is abhimana making the mind as separate. If you have an abhimana in the mind, it becomes separate. Don't have an abhimana. Mind dissolves into Chaitanya Atma. Okay? This we have to see that later. Therefore, this last sentence we have to discuss a little more. Vashyatmatatu yatata shakyo vaptum upayataha. This we have to do a little bit more. And then another question Arjuna asks about yoga bhrashta. Then regarding this yoga bhrashta too we have to talk. Okay, we'll discuss later. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om Tat Sat. Okay, today is a Gita in English. Tomorrow we will have a Gita Bhashya in Telugu. Okay, and then Tuesday we have as before. And then that Vedanta Paribhasha. Around 11 to 11:15. Around that I start. Okay, 11 to 11:15. Okay, Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.